Slowly opening bridge. Okay. This is the latest, but it's also a little bit jumped ahead because this is an adjustment layer frame, sort of demonstrating how it'll get better exposed when it's finished, but it's not finished. So we're gonna turn that off, save a new version. It looks like in this version, I was messing around with a few things, like these occlusion layers. And all that is fun. That's jumping ahead considerably, and we don't need to do that right now. Let's think about some things that'll be important to do. As our eyes adjust to the light. And I really think the lava needs some more consideration. Particularly this scale. Sort of having a serious coolness factor issue. tricky because these are colors I don't see well, especially on this monitor. But I always catch you at nap time. Good morning. I'm just messing around the lava. You know, it really helps to step away sometimes. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for me it's like, I can sleep, but then I'm just gonna be mad at myself that I didn't try and get a little time in on this. It's like one thing I know is if I don't sort of prioritize it, there's just no guarantee I'll make any progress during the day. Anyway, right now I'm trying to experiment with slightly dynamic like pathways for this lava that aren't too distracting. It's like, can I make it look naturalistic and cool? Anyway, no need to take a nap if that's best for the body, for healing purposes. I've already got my coffee in me, so today's the day that the trash trucks come to collect garbage, and they need to be out basically by 6 a.m. or it's like I miss it for that week, which is terrible. Scroll Reaper, hey. Trying to explore different lava path. Day's off to a good start so far. Got the trash bins to the curb in time. there was a bit of a nag in my conscience or consciousness about how I had been, in previous iterations, the lava was sort of this meandering creek of lava that I felt comfortable with at the time, but now I'm realizing that's something that feels more like a rapid of lava, it's like, fuck it, let's put some waterfalls of lava. So what's happening right now is like this whole section right here is drawing two, because it's basically getting encircled, which basically, like I'm circling it right now. It makes it look too important, but I'll diffuse that down. I think I can. And this won't be a long stream. I'm starting way too late, and it's my wife and kids will be up soon. But I can make some progress and then sleep on it again. Because by the time it gets here, this is like, how would we like see it like this maybe? So this is like almost, it's too dramatic for like the Tektites are not important bad guys. But if we did want something super dramatic, you know, if the lava feels like it's super fast moving, we could get away with what feels like big old lava splashes. Are just sketches, but like a wave of lava just crashing. Whoa. That feels like super dramatic, like Star Warsy, and it's like that might be. I'm okay with some of that, but I don't know if it's like thematically appropriate, given that these bad guys are not even that special. But if I introduce up here, the idea of the splashes, Link is running on 100 stakes. Fire damage has nothing on it. Yep. Something that feels like the lava is leaping the same way that the running up that horrendous volcano in Breath of the Wild the first time was horrendous. I haven't played Breath of the Wild. My brother lent me his Switch, and I had like one night off where it's like the kids were away and my wife was doing something. I was like, okay, I'm gonna play some Zelda. I'll get into this game. And I sat down in bed and I had the Switch. And that game starts with like a 15-minute cinematic cutscene. Like, well, it's not cinematic, but it's an in-game cutscene. It took me like 10 minutes to get to where I could control Link, and he was again like getting out of bed, waking up, and I'm just like, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. The lava on Death Mountain is also itchier than regular lava. Link, wake up. Yeah, it's always that way, right? I've seen a few memes where it's like Link is constantly waking up in the video games. So you can see the lava is more interesting now, but it is also a little bit more distracting. That's okay, we can control for that a little bit with contrast. What I also need to do is see this guy. He needs to be here, or like here. And maybe one of these guys. This guy can move up, that guy moves down. Just cut into that space a little bit. So, an insane splash of lava. Splash art. Marvel vs. Capcom. Share it to the chat. I'm curious to see the I loved the original Marvel vs. Capcom. I was like, I'm fucking Mega Man. I liked the I hate the term art style, but I liked and I still like the an art style there. It's that, like, what is it? Darkstalkers art style? There we go. Reworks provided a attachment here. This is not the style I like, but this is still worthy of checking out. Marvel vs. Capcom Beyond. Now there's so many characters too. Cool, Doctor Strange. So this is like the new Marvel Cinematic Universe version. Cool, yeah. Just scanning it for any telltale signs of AI. I don't see anything egregious. I think it's good. The places where I look for like AI, for instance, would definitely be in places like shoelaces. AI does, I'm not sure if this is like even the right term, but like, oh, I'm sure he's legit. Like, you can kind of just tell, but also, sometimes you can't, you know, And that's the problem, is I don't want to heap praise on a robot, you know? And I don't know why sometimes you feel like you can just tell, but it has the, it feels like human decisions were being made, even if, you know, and human decisions are imperfect, but like we still love them. All this is feeling good. Also the, but like, for instance, AI does like, I don't know what it is. I guess it's like topology. Basically, it doesn't do knots very well. It can do textures that can read as like crocheting, but if you get in close, like the things are not knotting. I don't think I'm pretty sure it doesn't do chain links well. And it doesn't do cross-hatching well. It can create something that looks like cross-hatching at a distance, but if you zoom up close, it's not like any human. It's not the way any human would do it. So that's just where I go. My eyes go to it. It does. It looks incredible. The camera here. Whoever the artist is, I'll give them soft claps as my children are asleep. You said Gamera and Hawkeye back to back in the corner. Okay. Yeah. This is really cool. AI also doesn't do bow and arrows very well. I don't know who half these characters are. All right, very cool. Is that game out? Yeah, no, I put it together. I haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm not joking when I say like I don't really see movies. Not a real legit humble brag. Oh, I just figured it out. We can cut into we can imply that there's an overlap here by like adding a little light like this. I don't want to look too much like a cutting into it like that. Something like this can sort of... Oh, but now see, these two shapes are too similar. And that's weird. Oh, good. I'm glad you're still working on the church. I had that... that little quick paint over demo I did is still on my desktop at my other studio. I was like, I wonder how that's going. I mean, you know, you gotta... I think the one thing I wanted to impress with that demo was that you were close, you know. It was, you could see how like quickly you can quickly make big changes that can really help a composition. Felt like it was going this way instead. Yeah, the composition is the thing, and that's really what I need to be doing here. Because like I can draw here and make it look perfect, but then if you zoom out, like it won't fit, right? So what was the point? And I talked about this on the last stream too, but right now it feels like I'm trying to solve the lava around the mountain, and it really just should have been designed around the lava in the first place. I think thumbnailing is the way to go. Sorry, my alarm went off. Hold on. You guys can hear me, right? Try again. Hopefully it's playing. I will not be blurring out the lava. Oh, this is cool. Here, this is a different artist, I'm assuming, but the it's definitely like sort of organized. And the lighting, you know. Simple textures. Yeah. If you just focus on... How can we do this? Yeah, this will get small if we scale it down. You can get it so small. I don't know if it's not a perfect example in my opinion, but it is a great example of it's like the silhouette of the person. Like this is a great silhouette of a bridge, you know, reads as a bridge. This is a great silhouette of a tree, reads as a tree. Just focusing on like making silhouettes read. And then, yeah, your eyes fill in the gaps. I had my cat, this one, it was a funny thing. This was a Halloween party years and years ago, long before we were married and had kids. But he was still around back then. And we had, my wife was like, okay, I want you to make some black and white cutouts of spooky things. And I was like, okay. So I made a cutout of some rats and bats. And this was just on black construction paper. Made some rats, made some bats. And then I made a cat, just a bigger. So it was like a large, it was essentially a stencil, a silhouette of a cat, and it was black because it's just a black piece of paper. I freehanded it. I was like, I'll just see, and I cut it out and it looked pretty good actually. And I was like, I was impressed with that. I set it against the wall to test it, and I put it on the far wall, and it was on a lighter color of a wall, so it was like black on light, and this cat came around the corner just to get some food or something, and he saw the silhouette of the cat, and it was like how would I describe? It was really simple. It was like this, it was like one of these things. imperfect cat silhouette here, but looks like a dog right there, but cat dog silhouette. You know, something like this. You know, it looked real enough from a distance. It caught it, like he saw it and he was like, yeah. It caught his eye, and then he like crouched and he was looking at it. He was like, "What the fuck is that?" Because it was like it was also on the floor, propped against the wall, so it was at like cat height. It was like where a cat would be, and that prompted a like a philosophical discussion in my head about how animals have imaginations too. You know, especially cats. Cats are like creative, but like a dog might fall for that as well. You know, they have imaginations. They can be fooled by their imperfect senses, just like we do. It's just like we can. Yeah, cats are interested in things. They can be really disinterested in things too. They'll just be like, I don't care. Where's the food? There we go. That's, even though it's like not detailed, it's kind of like this is kind of the vibe. And I'll redraw the parts of the mountain, you know, to better match this, but it needs to be something like this, where we can clearly read the zigzag, because there's a theme in this composition, and with the letter, it's not the letter Z necessarily, but a strong zigzag, which a letter Z is. Yeah, I didn't really. There was a little bit of like we were watching like a fish documentary that was particularly interesting to them, but then, you know, after 5 minutes they're like, oh, it's not real, boring, you know. And likewise, the cutout of the silhouette of the cat, it fooled one cat, but not the other, and then both cats were attuned to it in about 5 minutes. So it's like that joke was played basically, and oops. That was that. Sister's dog ignores the screens unless there's something to bark at. Yeah. There's so much differentiation in the personalities of animals. It's okay to have like the details, but they need to be based around the theme, right? Like zooming out, I don't know if you all agree, but it feels so much more feels more balanced to have the, even though there's lots of variation, the zigzag instead of just the pouring waterfalls. Played an audio of a pack of wolves howling, and my dog started crying like, "Let's get out of here!" Ah, that's awesome. Yeah, back when we first got smartphones, I don't know if you all remember this time, but when you first get a smartphone, like you have about 3 weeks of just downloading random free apps and then just trying them. And one of them was just like a set of buttons, like a radio soundboard that played different kittens meowing, So it's like if you wanted to prank your cat, you could just be like, mew, mew, meow, meow, mew, 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 mew. And then the cats are just like, what is going on in here? I hear cats in here. And then we laugh and say, ah ha ha. Punked you. Yeah. Like you're cheating on me with other cats. There's cats in here and they're meowing for food. I want food. This is like the perfect storm of cat sitting for me. I've got a neighbor who needs us to cat sit, and another friend who needs us to cat sit. He doesn't live far away, but that'll take chunks out of my time as well. Sort of always ends up being me that has to do it. And I enjoy it. It's not like it's a big deal, but my schedule is a little more flexible. Okay, now we just need... This needs to go a little further this way. Not sure I prefer that. It'll feel like backtracking, but this lava burst was always a placeholder. Okay, this is gonna look cool. Let me show you something. I gotta go in a second, but let me show you something cool. Okay, because this is feeling more balanced in the light and the dark. Let's see what happens. Let's save this real quick. I don't know if it is obvious, but like the Z here sort of echoes the Z here going on and links this tip of his sword to his elbow down here, and getting accentuated again by the lunge. You know, there's a Z here. This is a very dynamic composition. Lots of cool stuff to happen. Okay, let's do the brightness and contrast tweak. Cool, and then just like right off the bat. Let's make my head go away. Turn off this other stuff. You know, and so now where we were talking about how a composition, like at this point, like there's like 1,000 things to do, but they all feel like small things, right? You're not seeing like major battles to be fought. I could probably finish it off like if I rushed it in like a day, just making sure I attended to certain things that need attending to. A lot of it, what's left, is going to be really just sort of like a matter of course kind of it needs a lot of atmospherics to help divide the space more, because this is the focal point right now. There's a lot of other distracting stuff, but basically it feels balanced to me in terms of what the eye is being told to do. Or it's like I can see it finished now in my head, which is sometimes the hardest part. But this is looking good, and I'm pretty satisfied with how Link's looking and all that stuff. So there'll be some cool things left to come. Let's see if my wife is. Yeah, we're gonna leave in 30 minutes. That means I need to get out of here. Okay, so yeah, you can turn this on and turn it off and see such a huge difference. But that's just from it being properly exposed for the white balance. All right, very good. Cool. Well, thanks for popping in, everybody, and I will try and do. There I am. Thanks for popping in, and I'm going to try and stream more later, but it may not happen, but at least we give it a good shot this morning. So, until the next... Oh, here, let me do a little thing. I don't know why I always have to do this, but I might try doing something different, actually. But I still need to have this stuff more or less done. Goofy stuff. Okay, thanks everybody, and adios. Catch you next time.